Christmas for us in my house is work. I either with her, I get the day shift or the night shift. Because when 12 o'clock comes around, she has to go to her family. If she doesn't go to her family, all hell's break loose.
You don't go with her?
Are you crazy? I can't go to her family's house. I cannot.
Carolina and Julio's marriage started off on the wrong foot when the couple said "I do" without her family's knowledge. Now, 6.5 years later, the two are still off balance, and Julio says he is ready to send Carolina stepping.
She's married to a family instead of me. I think the problem is I wasn't in their plans for their daughter. I had 3 kids, which I kind of understand. I have 2 daughters myself, so a guy
They care about me.
I get it.
But that's not my problem.
I don't know how to find that balance anymore. It's really difficult for me. It's very difficult for me.
Well, look at where we're at. You're not gonna have to find the balance anymore, are you?
Julio and Carolina's marriage has been veering off track for a long time now. So will Carolina's family finally get their wish to break them apart? Today, on Divorce Court.
Come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Julio Caba and Carolina Alvarez. The two of you have been married for 6.5 years. You have one child between you, and Mr. Caba, you have 3 children from a previous relationship. Correct. You have some financial matters you would like me to resolve. However, before we do that, I'm going to start with you, Mr. Caba. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, I've been with Carolina for 13 years, now married for 6.5, and it feels like she's married to a family instead of me. You know, it's driving me nuts. We're going through situations every other day. For example, just about a few weeks ago, her family decided to come to my house, where I live, where I'm with my kids.
Hang on.
They come to my house to give her an ultimatum. Either I get a job or she leaves me. Why are they giving me an ultimatum? Who are they? I don't care about these people for them to be giving me
They
this.
actually came over to your house.
They came over to my house, and they were lucky
did.
I was in bed, because if I would have knew they were there would have been a different situation.
Ms. Alvarez, did your family come over the house and say, listen, if he doesn't get a job, you got to leave him?
They did. They care about me. Julio hasn't had a job for 3 months, and they're worried about me, and that's how
what are they worried
express
about?
it.
I don't get it.
Mr. Caba, let me ask you this. They can't be mad just because you didn't have a job for 3 months. Have they not liked you all along?
They've never liked me. Never liked me. And they
Tell
don't
me
mind
what
telling
went
me
wrong.
either.
I mean, when you first met her, when you first started having trouble, tell me what was happening.
Well, I think the problem is I wasn't in their plans for their daughter. I had 3 kids, which I kind of understand. I have 2 daughters myself, so a guy
they
with...
care about me, Joe.
I get it.
But that's not my problem.
Well, I understand. Something very interesting in here is you became a father at 15.
At 15 years old, correct.
And you have custody of your 3 kids.
All 3 of them.
All 3 kids.
All 3 of them.
And you've taken care of them since you were 15.
I helped him too, Your Honor.
And I just got to say, I think that's extraordinary. And I also think it's extraordinary on your part to walk into what is a very complex and crowded situation and become part of that household.
And
Let me ask you this, Mr. Caba. Have you had any problems blending that family, or it's all her family that's causing the trouble?
It's her family. My kids, we're great. We're great. Our family's we're very healthy. My kids are doing good in school, but what's becoming unhealthy is her family. You know, Christmas is supposed to be a great day, right? Well, for 13 years, I haven't had a great Christmas.
But they want to spend it with
Ms.
me
Alvarez,
too.
I'm going to get to you. Please let the man finish his story.
Christmas
Go ahead.
for us in my house is work. Is work. I either with her, I get the day shift or the night shift. Because when 12 o'clock comes around, she has to go to her family. If she doesn't go to her family, all hell's break loose.
You don't go with her?
Are you crazy? I can't go to her family's house. I cannot. Listen, I went once. I tried it once.
Ms. Alvarez, let me ask you this. As one of your family members fusses at your husband, what do you do?
I don't know how to find that balance anymore. It's really difficult for me. It's very difficult for me.
Well, look at where we're at. You're not gonna have to find the balance anymore, are you? This is what's going on now.
Hang on, Mr. Kyle. I think you're out the door and she's hanging on to the back of your coat. I think she wants you to stay.
She is. I know she does.
I do. I love our relationship. I don't know how to find that balance, Your Honor, anymore. It's been very difficult. For 13 years, I managed it. After this last
But
fight
I
that we
haven't
had
managed
with
it.
my family.
There's no balance anymore.
I know,
What's the
but
balance if we
why
have
are
to
you
do it
making
their
me
way?
choose?
Because
That's not fair. I didn't make
it's
you
not fair.
choose.
Listen, I'm not
and
garbage.
I've always been
I'm
there.
not garbage,
All right,
and I'm
all
not
right,
allowing
all
them
right.
to treat me like garbage.
Okay. When you married him, what did they say? Did they try to stop you?
Yes.
What did they say
Always,
to you?
because of the kids.
But you didn't even
think
tell
that
them we were married.
Yes, that's true.
They
They
just
only
they
found
found
out
on
2 years
Facebook.
ago that we were married.
How did they find? You've been married for 6.5 years, and they didn't know till 2 years ago.
Well, I think it's part his fault too. Your
My
Honor.
fault.
Okay.
Hang on, Mr. Cobb.
We
I
were
want to know why do
supposed-
you think it's his fault too?
Okay, because we were supposed to get married. I wanted a wedding at a church, right? I asked him for that. Things happened, and we decided to get married. We needed insurance for the kids. I had a good job at the time. I allowed him, not allowed him. It was my idea to put the kids in the insurance. So we just did it. But he promised me in a couple of months we'll get married. We'll do the whole thing.
Yeah, with horses on
7
beaches.
years
That's what
later,
she
look,
wants.
Your Honor, I don't even wear
Horses don't even belong on beaches.
a ring. Nothing. It's like he left. He's so nonchalant about everything, like stuff like that, bills. It just.
Nonchalant, but
How is he nonchalant about the bills? Tell
Okay.
me about that.
I've been working. He doesn't have a job. When it's time to pay the bills, I'll give him the money and say, here, go pay the bills. The other day, our light bill got cut off. Do you remember that situation? He didn't pay it, right? I go in the house and I'm like, I gave you the money. What happened?
that was for the water bill.
Right.
How did that happen?
Well, it was. We live in Florida. It was storming. It was a really bad storm. You know, she uses my car to get to work. So what am I gonna do? Walk in the rain to go pay the water? So I didn't, and I forgot. 5 o'clock comes around, and I got a reminder notice that the water was off. You know, when I tried to turn on the water, it
Right.
didn't turn on. So it reminded me I
was
needed to pay the
horrible.
water.
We have
But why
kids.
were you so far? I mean, why were you right at the cutoff notice? Why?
Because she's the only income in the house.
So
we pay
the money is
everything
just that thin.
Yes,
Right.
it covers exactly to when it's supposed to cover.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Caba. 3 months is not that terribly long to be out of work. Are you currently looking?
Yeah, in fact, she doesn't know this, but this morning I received a call, and I do have a job which I start on Monday. So
I'm glad about that. Yeah.
When divorce court continues, what else is wrong in Julio and Carolina's marriage that has Julio making a ruckus?
I just covered myself with a blanket. This man went into the kitchen, got 2 pans, and came in the room slamming those pans, wanting me to wake up.
Your mama warned you not to marry your mate. If you're ready to admit that she was right and divorce is your best option, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Julio Caba, who is divorcing his wife of 6.5 years because he says she won't stand up to her family who dislike him. But is it Julio's laid-back attitude that is really ruining this relationship?
He went and he put pots and pans outside because it was raining, collected water so we could wash
nature took care of us that
the
day.
dishes. That's not right.
You don't think he's lazy though, do you?
No, and I've taken him to the job interviews and all that, but the problem is how nonchalant he is about it. That
am I
water bill
supposed to do?
needed to be paid. And everything is like that, oh, we'll deal with it later, or we'll figure it out in another way, or don't worry about it.
But we figure it out.
Yes,
We figure
did,
it
well,
out.
he did figure it out. He went and he put pots and pans outside because it was raining, collected water so we could wash
Nature took care of us that
the
day.
dishes. That's
It
not
worked.
right.
Nature took. Why
That's
is it not right? Tell me
Wait,
what's
Mr.
right.
Cobb, right or wrong, I can see why her parents don't like you. And I'm not saying they're right or wrong either, but I'm saying, you know, when your daughter marries a guy that's got 3 kids and he's collecting
Thank
rainwater for them to drink, they're not happy about that. Now, Ms. Alvarez, when you talk to your people, do you insist that they show him some
No,
respect?
I know she doesn't.
Because you know that's your job, right?
Exactly.
It
Your
is
job.
my job, but my job is also to find, I feel like my job is to find that balance. I love my family. You want me to stop?
But
I'm
there's
not going to
no
stop
balance.
talking
There's
to them.
no
I
balance.
can't.
They
It's just
they
not in
don't
me. I
respect
can't.
me. They don't respect me. There's no
Ms.
balance.
Alvarez, you can't find balance because it's not there. If they don't respect him, you're on his side because that's your husband. he takes precedence. You tell
Exactly.
them, I can't be here in this house if he is not welcome, because he is who I've chosen.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what it is.
That's all I ask you to do.
And you'll find that once you do that, they'll probably soften a little bit because they know you're weak. They
Yes,
know
they
they know you're not going to fight about it. So, but if you turn strong, if they don't want to lose you, and they got a grandbaby, right? Because you got one
Yeah, we
between
got
you.
one together.
They'll change, but you have to change first. That's your gig.
Exactly.
That's your job to get his back with your family.
I understand, Your Honor, but I've been trying to do it.
But not hard enough.
But
Look at where we're
that's
at
not fair that
today.
you want to leave me just
What do you-
because of this.
Just
Like,
leave
that's
13
not-
years,
Mr.
Carolina. This
Mr.
didn't
Kaba,
just
is
happen
there-
today.
I know it just didn't happen today.
Is there anything other than the family that is making this relationship untenable for you?
Her attitude problem.
Will you tell me about her
You know,
attitude
when it's-
problem?
He's controlling and jealous.
Controlling. It's not
attitude.
jealous.
When I get,
Controlling.
I work
Right.
really hard. When I get home,
I guess
Go
it's just
ahead.
me.
I'm tired. I want to rest.
I'm
right?
tired too.
Mr. Kaba, please.
Sorry.
He has an issue with sleeping. Okay, he will only sleep 3 hours. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, he'll be, wake up. Why? I gotta be at work at 7. Oh, can you please just watch a movie with me? No, he's not working. I have to go to work.
But
I
have
need to
a
get up.
problem. It's a health problem. You're my wife.
but
You're supposed to
I
help
understand,
me.
but I have to go pay those bills
Well,
too, right?
well,
or what?
Now, Mr.
Hey, what do I do? Just
Now, Mr. Kaba,
That's not
now
how I
you
read
know
that.
you got to let that woman get her sleep so she can bring in that money
Your
to pay
Honor,
those bills.
one
you
day,
know that.
I just covered myself with a blanket. This man went into the kitchen, got 2 pans, and came in the room slamming those pans, wanted me to wake up.
time to wake up.
I'll
Pots
do
and
it on
pans.
the weekend, but during the week, I have to go to work. I have to be at work on
Why
time.
would you do that, Mr. Kaba?
Because he's
It's a
crazy.
major problem for me. Crazy. I'm not
Mr.
crazy.
Kaba, your sleeping is a major problem for
Major
you, correct?
problem.
Why do you share that problem with her when you could suck it up by
Because I
yourself?
don't know what else to do.
You go like a grown person. You get up out of the bed, you go in front of the TV and entertain yourself, and let her sleep.
When Divorce Court continues, what horrific scene does Carolina come face to face with?
I came home, Your Honor, and it was hell. It was horrible.
Should your husband or wife always come before your family? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court returns with the case of Carolina Alvarez, whose marriage is falling apart because she says her husband is making her choose between him and her family. But should Carolina get out of this marriage while she can?
Monday comes around, and I have to provide him with my schedule for the entire week.
That's right.
Why would you hound her?
I have another issue with him. He's jealous and insecure, Your Honor.
Explain that to me.
Okay. Monday comes around, and I have to provide him with my schedule for the entire week.
That's right.
If
That's right.
I
That's
don't,
right. This is-
if
I'm not gonna hide- I'm not hiding.
Your
Stop.
Honor, if I don't, it will be a fight.
Well, we fight
Does it
anyway.
have to be in
fight.
writing?
Yes, in writing.
Of course.
And he'll be, okay, if I have a break in between the houses that I go, he'll be like, why didn't you answer the phone? What happened? How come you didn't answer the
ain't
phone? When I
getting
get
me.
home, it's
She
a
ain't getting me.
huge fight. And we'll fight for hours and hours. Why? Because I didn't answer the phone. Last week, right, I decided I'm not going to answer. I just left it alone. I came home, Your Honor, and it was hell. It was horrible. It was horrible. Oh, you were with your man? If I wake up in the morning and I want to dress pretty, put on heels, he'll look, oh, where are you
What's the
going? You're
problem?
going to go see your boyfriend today? And that little sentence is every single
Hey, I'd rather
day.
catch it before it catches me.
Mr. Kaba, has she ever done anything
Never,
in the
Your
context
Honor.
of your marriage
No.
that
No.
has made you
Never.
suspicious?
Never.
She
Then
has.
why would you hound her?
Because obviously a woman put me through the ringer. It's not gonna happen again.
I understand,
it's
but
not gonna
I've
happen
been with you
again.
13
no, you
years
don't
and I've never
understand.
done
I don't
anything
care.
to
It's
you.
been 50 years. You're not gonna catch me out
Mr.
there.
Kaba, if someone came up to you and said, you know, I had a problem with a Hispanic guy once, so I got a problem with you, wouldn't you have a problem with that?
Well, if they're saying it to me, yeah, but I'm really only concerned about her, not the
But
other
you're
guy that's
saying
worried about
all
Hispanics.
women aren't the same, that we're actually individual,
I don't know
separate
about
people.
all that. I don't know about all that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you.
I'm not
I have
offended.
respect for you, Your Honor.
You're just uninformed, and I'm trying to inform you.
And I guess I am, but I'm not going to get caught out there anymore. It's not going to happen. I
So,
promised my kids.
Mr.
I promised my
Kaba,
kids this
Mr.
wouldn't
never
Kaba,
do
what
happen.
I'm
nothing
telling
like
you
this
is
to our
this. This is what I'm telling you. You're breaking up a family because you're scared. That's all it is. All that insecurity, I'm not going to get caught again, you're frightened. In order to be strong and be brave and be a man, you have to do things that could hurt you and do them anyway. Don't let fear dictate your life.
I don't know if I can handle that, Your Honor. I'm going to be honest with you.
I've never done anything for him
Doesn't-
to think
I
that.
know you
Never.
have.
And I would never do it. I
Ms.
love
Alvarez,
my
I know
kids.
that.
I
It's-
love my family. I
it's
will
all
never
in-
disrespect. I know what he went through.
But that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is there's something wrong in his head. It could be anybody. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It has everything to do with he's afraid.
Big time.
And you'll always be afraid if you don't face it and make it sit down.
When Divorce Court continues, Judge Lynn asks the burning question on everybody's mind.
Are you really going to leave her? Should your husband or wife always come before your family? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers.
Divorce Court returns with the case of Julio Caba and Carolina Alvarez, who are contemplating divorce after spending the last 13 years of their lives together.
Are you really going to leave her?
If that doesn't change, I have to. I have to stand up for myself.
After
I've done
13
everything.
years and all this
13
hard
years
work,
and look at where we're standing. Do you believe
They're
this?
really good kids, Your Honor.
They're awesome kids. Awesome kids.
Does-
Doesn't she
wanna
get
do
any
that.
points for that?
Oh, she does. I will always do anything she needs. Anything
She needs you to
as a-
stay is what she needs.
Yes.
She needs
And
you to stay.
understand me. And not make me choose. And not make I understand this situation with my family is hard for him. It's hard for me too, because I'm the one in the
Yeah,
middle.
but you got to fix it. That's your gig. You have to fix it. You have to go to your family and say, this is my man. Love me, you respect him. You can't do these things anymore. I will not tolerate it. I will not come over. I will not call. I will not have you call me if you cannot respect my house. And my house includes my man. You got to tell him that.
That's what you need to do.
You have to do that.
That's what you need to do.
And don't say I want to find balance and all that, because sometimes you can't change people. Sometimes they're so stuck in their ways.
They're
then there's a
imbalanced, those
decision
people.
that you have to make, him or them.
That's right.
But you can't beg this man to stay and then pick them. People will treat you as badly as you let them. But you tell them where that line is, that you will see how many people will respect it. They can't respect a line you did not draw.
I have draw lines, and I have done
Oh,
it.
you weak and sad over there. I know weak and sad when I see it. You're weak and sad. I'm balancing. Balance. Draw a line.
That's it.
Line does not have balance in it. It's a line. It's someplace you have to respect. I'm trying to get you to keep your man here.
I want to keep him. I want to keep him, and I know I
He
have
got
to
a
draw that.
job now.
I know. I'm happy about that.
And
Mr. Kaba, you gonna show up a man for me?
yes.
You gonna give it? You go? Cause I like you people. You loud and whatnot, but I like you. You know, you trying hard. You're a good guy. She's got to fix that one thing. You got to fix that one thing. But I got to tell you, all marriages, are a little sucky sometimes. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So you got to put up with it. Having said that, I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna talk about any of this money. I don't think it's important. Whatever this money is, if you need it, get marriage counseling. But I think you two should stay together and give it a shot. If I'm wrong, come back later. But right now, you're going to do the right thing, and you're going to do the right thing.
I will.
It is so ordered.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Mr. Kaba got stuck on what happened to him before, which reminds us all that you can't hold your opinions so close to you that new ideas can't wedge their way in between.